Hey guys, it is Thursday afternoon in London right now. I am just about to start another photo shoot and I fully had plans to do another week in my life vlog. Hey vlog, welcome back to my channel. But to be honest, I am just not feeling it. I started to have these feelings like the content I was making was really vain and pointless and stupid. This unfortunately is not a new feeling for me. I've always struggled with content creation outside of my music, and as you guys might know, I don't have a lot of that right now. I guess I just decided to make a video about how I'm feeling in honor of trying to be consistent this year and hoping that maybe someone else feels the same and can share their insights on this theory. A recurring theme in my life, or a lesson I've had to learn the hard way over and over and over again, is that with anything you choose to do, consistency may be the most important ingredient in your chances of succeeding at it. And a lack of consistency almost 100% of the time guarantees that you will not. It's always been something really hard for someone like me to understand. And I guess I'll explain what I mean by someone like me by just sharing like a little bit of my story. I moved to LA when I was 17 to dance. Like I told my parents when I was 10, that's what I was doing. I've always known what I wanted in life, to be in the entertainment industry. I had an agent out there. I went, didn't book a single audition, except maybe one. You better be careful walking around in those big boots. You never know when you might trip. Started learning how to sing and write my own songs and fell in love with it immediately and switched lanes. Yes, I love doing that, but like, why did I choose to do that so immediately? Was it because I wasn't happy with the results or I was scared of failing? Like, I don't know. It's something I still ask myself to this day. I ended up finding an opportunity in China to go perform out there. So I moved there for like a year and a half. I was working like 4 jobs to pay my rent in LA. So I would have done anything to be on stage again. That all came crashing down for a lot of reasons. I ended up moving back home, back in with my parents. My mental health was at an all-time low. I was really into fitness and nutrition at the time, so I decided I'm gonna become a CrossFit coach. Switched career paths. Had a mental breakdown, was like, no, I have to do something creative with my life. So I picked everything back up, started over, found a manager, recorded an album in my childhood bedroom closet. Ended up throwing that music away just because I just felt like I wasn't good enough yet. My manager got sick, he couldn't manage me anymore, so I kind of had to start over again. Moved to a new city, kind of switched genres, did the more singer-songwritery thing in Charleston. Learned how to play instruments, write songs in a different way. Probably recorded like 3 albums worth of material that I just threw in the trash because it still wasn't good yet. I just have to keep getting better at my craft. So that's what I was determined to do. Create music that I was really proud of. Eventually, I did that. Decided it's time to move back to like a more entertainment-based city. So I moved to Nashville. Started over. Almost immediately get cast in a TV show that moves me out to LA. I wasn't really sure about it, but I was like, you know, this is gonna be my chance for exposure. They flew me out to LA. Filming began. They decided not to put me on at the last minute. Flew me back to Nashville and the pandemic began. Naturally, everything fell apart again. I was like, I give up. This is just not working out for me. It's not supposed to happen. And my wonderful friend at the time was like, I'm not gonna let you give up. There's this new app. It's called TikTok.
I really like you. I really like you too.
Artists are blowing up on it. You're gonna join it. Flash forward a couple months later, it ended up being the first time I really experienced any type of success in terms of numbers. I was able to sign a distribution deal, find an audience for the first time.
But today we got tagged in a TikTok from this artist named Emily Deal, who, long story short, is burying her song in a little pink box at all these places around town. It's never been done before. I've never seen anything like it, so I figured, you know what, let's reward her creativity. Let's put the song on the radio. It's really good too. Her name is Emily Deal. It's called My Baby Hates Me, new local music right here on 107.5 The River. Check it out.
And my distribution company told me, as far as, you know, we're concerned in terms of success and like getting playlisted, the most important thing is consistent releases every 6 to 8 weeks. Well, I was doing everything myself and that never happened. I went really hard with every release, like shot my music videos on my iPhone, edited them myself, came up with these huge DIY guerrilla marketing campaigns, and was also working in several jobs. So that meant at the end of every release, I was burnt out, exhausted, broke. And it took me several months to find the means and the resources to start working on the next release. Nothing ever really popped off though. Every time it seemed like maybe I was on the cusp, something was about to happen that was gonna allow me to put a team together or just move on, I guess, to the next step. It just didn't happen. And as these apps and algorithms go, you know, my success was fleeting on TikTok and all the other platforms. At one point, my mental health was so low, I lost control of everything, my body, my thoughts, and I ended up in trauma therapy and inevitably had to start over again. So I share all of that to say what I mean by someone like me. I mean someone who considers themselves to be a very hard worker.
Get your fucking ass up and work. It seems like nobody wants to work these days. It's not easy.
Who has always done.
When you do product shots, when you do post things that are work-related posts, it's still a job and it's still really hard.
Whatever it takes with whatever I have in whatever moment to do it, to make it work.
And success is never easy.
To accept that maybe there is still this invisible string of a lack of consistency in my life. Because when I zoom out, it looks like, well, I'm consistent. Like I'm still doing it, I'm still here, I haven't given up, I've adapted, I've pivoted wherever I needed to. But when I zoom in and tell these like little micro stories and the way I'm feeling right now, which is like, this is dumb, this is stupid, I'm tired, I don't wanna do this, I'm gonna try something different. I do something different. And then the momentum that I fought like hell to create slows down until it stops. So I'm never fully able to see the vision through because every single time you do start over, it is like starting over because of the time that has passed. Every time these feelings creep in, instead of just creating and doing in spite of them, I don't. I know also that there is a threshold for everything. There are times when you really have done everything you can do and it's time to try something different or try it differently. But I guess I really struggle with knowing when that is, or just being honest with myself about when that is. Because I don't really know what would happen if every time you had momentum, you just didn't stop. What if that really is the only thing standing in your way? And what do you do at times like this where you feel like you're just fried? I don't really know how to end this. Other than to say thanks for listening to my rant. Hopefully someone else out there feels the same way, and maybe by me posting this, if it isn't too cringe by the time I upload it, this will be the accountability we both need to finally be fucking consistent. But I hope you're having a good day or a good night, wherever you are. And no matter what, I will see you next week. Not sure how you get over the cringe either.